Hi, my name is Daniel Fisher. I'm from Astor Wines and Spirits. I'm here with Kenneth at Ward 3, one of New York City's premier whiskey bars. And we thought we'd look at the raw ingredients that go into making a whiskey cocktail, but with an emphasis on what that raw ingredient is, whiskey.
I think what we're going to start off is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we're going to start making a cocktail called the Asylum.
We are, yes.
Basically, what the cocktail is Asylum whiskey by Compass Box, sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, Campari, basically a bar spoon of bourbon and a pinch of salt. So I'll start making that right now for you guys. Just so you know, that's an ounce of Asylum. There's going to be a half ounce of sweet and dry vermouth, 1 ounce of Campari, a dash of salt, and a bar spoon of Bardstown bourbon. Let's give this one a try. And you can taste that little bit of salt in there.
What's nice about it is you can still taste the whiskey, which is, since it's the base, you want to make sure the other ingredients make the base shine. It's like cooking food, right? You start with the protein.
Sure.
And other things around in the dish are only supposed to add to the protein, not overpower the flavor. So we should try the same cocktail, but with a single malt Scotch whiskey.
Okay,
and
cool.
see if that affects it in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can certainly smell the Asylum attributes in there with sort of vanilla coconut flavors you'd get from American oak, because Asylum only has American oak influence from its components. But also the lightness you get from grain whiskey that's in there, either made from, I don't know, probably corn or wheat, depending on where John sourced the grain whiskey. But that lightness, that delicateness in the cocktail really comes through.
Do you want to give it a try with
Yeah,
the
we should give it a shot with the Auchentoshan
Classic?
because that's only American oak influence. And,
okay. So basically, we're going to do 1 ounce on this.
Because I know when Auchentoshan came up with the recipe for Classic, the goal was to fit it in cocktails.
On the first one, I got much more of the salt coming through. This comes across a little bit lighter than I thought it would actually, because of the single malt. But in all honesty, I think it works. In my opinion, it works just as well.
I'm finding a little bit more of the oak influence of
the American
Auchentoshan coming through more so than the Asylum. But maybe that's because of the raw materials. I mean, maybe because this is, malted barley only, and then this is, if you broke it down, could be corn, wheat, and malted barley together.
Now,
so the Auchentoshan Classic, Auchentoshan's a lowland distillery, and actually one of the few distilleries left in Scotland that triple distills. So you tend to get a lighter spirit character. Probably what John was trying to achieve with the Asylum blend was a sort of a lighter character.
there is on the Auchentoshan a bit of that sort of caramel that comes through.
I think there's a complexity with the Compass Box there that would probably be a concern if you're mixing drinks and you got to think about all the components that have gone into one single whiskey and how that's going to play with all the ingredients in the cocktail.
Yeah.
Versus an Auchentoshan that's, it's straightforward. It's one raw ingredient. It's, one type of oak used. Well, it no doubt transforms the cocktail in a big way.
Absolutely.
Based on the whiskey we're using. Cheers.
Cheers.